This carnivorous vine actually has intelligence. They use tricks to parasitize humans, burrow into the skin, devour the internal organs, and then spread to another person. If you feel your skin itching, it's best to check if there are vines crawling on you. Otherwise, others are going to be in for a bad time. Hi, everyone, we are Movie Fish. Today we're going to introduce the ruins. Two American couples are on vacation. This is the female lead, Stacy, and this is her best friend. These two men are their boyfriends respectively. Tomorrow is the last day of their vacation, and they still want more excitement. Just then, they meet a German guy who suggests they go exploring an ancient Mayan temple. It's not an ordinary tourist attraction, but a ruin hidden in the rainforest. Not even marked on the map. The German guy knows about it because his younger brother went there for an archaeological expedition with his girlfriend recently and hasn't come back yet. But why don't we go together? It's a great idea. The five of them set off excitedly. The German guy also invites a Greek guy. They don't know each other well, but since they all want to go to the Mayan temple, they decide to go together. The group seems to be getting bigger and it's getting hard to keep track of everyone. Don't worry, the number will soon decrease. They reach the end of the rodent venture jungle. The German guy's brother's car is still there, which means he and his girlfriend are probably still in the ruins, having become too engrossed in the archaeological work. It's so remote that none of their phones have a signal, except for the German guy's. At the end of the path, there is a clearing, and the Mayan temple comes into view. Such a rare ruin definitely calls for some photos to post on social media. As they are posing for pictures, a group of natives suddenly appears behind them, shouting something in a language they don't understand. They seem extremely angry. To ease the tension, the German guy shows them a photo of his brother on his phone, thinking they might recognize him. However, the natives take the phone and never return it. Just then, Stacy's best friend makes things worse by secretly taking pictures of the natives from a haystack. The natives start shouting and raise their guns. The Greek guy guesses that the camera has offended them, so he goes into the haystack to retrieve the camera. Unexpectedly, instead of calming down, the natives become even more enraged and shoot the Greek guy dead. The natives roar in anger, and everyone is terrified. They rush into the temple as fast as they can. Fortunately, the natives are completely crazy. They just surround the temple and shout. They want to call the police but then realize that the German guy's phone is still in the natives' hands, so that's not an option. There is a campsite on top of the temple, which is probably the German guy's brother's. But where is he? He's not in the tent, nor is he in the well in the middle of the temple. As they look around, apart from the angry natives, all they see are endless vines. Wait, why are there arrows stuck here? The German guy pulls aside the vines and discovers his brother's body. It's starting to decompose slightly, and judging from the arrows, he was also killed by the natives. The German guy is devastated, and the others are also very sad. They don't understand why the natives had to kill these two people. And what about the German guy's brother's girlfriend? Is she alive or dead? Anyway, they are now trapped here and can only wait for an opportunity to escape. The opportunity comes sooner than expected. Without warning, the sound of a ringing phone comes from the bottom of the well. The German guy recognizes the ringtone as his brother's, miraculously. The well had a weak signal, but unfortunately, his phone fell into the well. The German guy wraps the well rope around himself and asks the others to lower him down. However, the rope hasn't been maintained for a long time and breaks, and the already fragile rope snaps completely. The German guy falls to the bottom of the well, and there are faint groans, indicating that he's seriously injured. They need to rescue him immediately. Stacy volunteers to go down the well tied to the rope. It's pitch minus black on the way down, and she can faintly see the vines on the well swell wriggling eerily, like the claws of a demon, since the rope broke earlier. Stacy can't reach the bottom and has to jump. The impact is so strong that it breaks the skin on her knees, and they are bleeding. The German guy has broken legs, and Stacy has an injured leg. If the two strongest ones are injured, what about the others? Stacy's best friend loses her nerve and goes to the natives for help. Her boyfriend tries to stop her, saying that they don't speak the same language, and besides, they can't expect the natives to help after killing the Greek guy. But the best friend says, "I don't want to hear it. Why won't they help me?" As she says this, she throws vines at the natives and hits a child. The natives are shocked and point their weapons at the child, killing him. The child's mother is heart minus broken, and the best friend is terrified and runs back to the top of the temple. The best friend's boyfriend is quite smart. He speculates that the natives killed the child because he had vines on him, and unfortunately, they have all touched the vines, so the natives will kill them on sight. While analyzing the situation, he makes a makeshift stretcher and slowly lowers it to the bottom of the well to rescue the two injured people. The rope that was too short before now has enough length, probably because it has been extended. Everyone is exhausted that night and falls into a deep sleep. In the morning, Stacy felt something strange in her injured leg. When she looks, she is so shocked that she almost jumps up. Her leg is covered with vines, and some have even burrowed into her wounds and are wriggling inside. Her boyfriend helps her pull them all out. It's extremely painful, but she feels a bit better. At this time, the German guy also complains of discomfort. When they lift the quilt, they scream in horror. His wound is full of vines, and he's practically a vegetable. The best friend's boyfriend overcomes his fear and helps him remove the plants. The phone rings again from the bottom of the well. The ringing is a good sign they are counting on that phone to call for help. Stacy and her best friend go down to the bottom of the well, while their boyfriends pull the rope from above. They arrange it this way because men are stronger and better at pulling, while women are lighter and easier to pull. The two women follow the sound of the ringing and explore the area around the well. It's full of terrifying vines, and it's hard to find a place to step. There is a large hole deep in the vines. They use a torch to illuminate it and see a woman's body. As mentioned before, the German guy's brother went with his girlfriend for the archaeological expedition, so this must be her. When the two women move the body, they find that she has been dead for a long time. It doesn't matter as long as the phone is still working. They pick up the woman's phone and find that it's broken, but the ringing just stopped a moment ago and now it rings again. They follow the sound and accurately locate the source. What the hell are these vines? They can imitate the sound of a phone and attack people. The vines, which mimic electronic sounds to lure victims, surround them like a swarm of insects. The two men pull with all their might and finally get the two women back up to the temple. They are like frightened birds, one on the verge of a breakdown and the other scared at the slightest touch. They insist on escaping immediately. The two men are skeptical when they hear about the vines being possessed. The best friend's boyfriend especially opposes the idea of escaping because there are too many unfavorable factors. The natives are gathering more people, and the encirclement is getting tighter. Moreover, the German guy's injury has worsened. He has no feeling below the waist, and his flesh is rotting. He will die if his legs aren't amputated. The good news is that the best friend's boyfriend is a medical student. The bad news is that there is no anesthetic or scalpel. He has to use one and a small knife instead. He first breaks the leg with a large rock, then cuts the flesh off the leg like cutting pork, and finally uses a hot pot bottom to cauterize the wound to stop the bleeding and disinfect it. This process has to be repeated for the other leg. After the operation is finally completed, everyone is in a state of shock. Then, a terrifying scene appears. The vines actually swarm over and coil around the severed legs to devour them. Now everyone realizes that these plants feed on humans, and they are all on the plant's menu. Isn't this hopeless? Everyone is very depressed at night, especially the best friend, who is extremely desperate. Stacy's boyfriend goes to comfort her. Morning, it's Stacy's boyfriend comforting Stacy's best friend. Stacy hears the best friend sobbing. But why does the sobbing turn into moaning? She rushes out and scolds the two of them. The best friend tries to defend herself, but it's useless because Stacy knows she tends to act recklessly when emotional. The argument between the two sides is intense. The German guy wants to say something, but as soon as he opens his mouth, a vine crawls into his throat and devours his internal organs. By the time they notice, he's already dead. Stacy's boyfriend whispers, "Oops. All that amputation was for nothing." Stacy herself is extremely scared and feels there are still vines left in her legs. She picks up a knife and wants to cut the itchy parts, but the others stop her. She then collapses and screams, "Oh my god." All the plants start mimicking and distorting Stacy's scream, which makes everyone's sanity plummet. The two men have to believe that the plants have really become possessed. This clears the best friend of the suspicion of moaning. It must have been the plants imitating her cries and distorting the sound. Early the next morning, the best friend's boyfriend Dre analyzes the situation. The natives are gathering more and more people. They set up camp in the shadows and sprinkle salt in a circle to prevent the plants from spreading. It seems that they didn't let everyone leave before because they were afraid of the plants spreading. For so many days, neither birds nor insects have dared to come here, which shows that they all know how terrifying these vines are. By inference, these vines must be very ancient. The situation is getting more and more difficult. The best friend and her boyfriend hold each other's hands tightly and comfort each other. In the morning, Stacy has a new problem. Her worst fear comes true. There are really plants wriggling inside her. The best friend's boyfriend has no choice but to operate on her as she wishes. After a whole morning, most of the plants in Stacy's body are removed, but she still doesn't feel it's enough. She thinks there are plants in her head too. Her feeling is right, there are really vines moving on her forehead. But if she has another operation, it will be life minus threatening, so everyone has to pretend not to see and coax her to rest. Stacy feels an unbearable itch in her head. While everyone is resting, she secretly takes a knife and cuts her scalp and even tries to cut open her abdomen. This is not a wise thing to do, and the best friend's boyfriend calmly tries to stop her. Unexpectedly, Stacy has gone crazy and stabs his hand. Stacy's boyfriend also tries to stop her as her real boyfriend. She can't stab him right, but she stabs him right in the left chest and he dies on the spot. When Stacy realizes what she has done, she cries and screams and goes completely crazy. To make matters worse, there are still vines wriggling in her head. She wishes she were and begs her best friend to kill her. The best friend's boyfriend is still calm. He sees Stacy's boyfriend's body moving. It turns out that the plants are trying to drag it away to eat. He can't retrieve the body, but manages to grab the knife on it. He walks towards Stacy step by step with the knife in his hand. Stacy is frantically begging to die, and then her screams suddenly stop. Presumably, she has been killed. Now only the best friend and her boyfriend are left. The boyfriend tells her to run like crazy later, get back to the entrance, start the car, and don't look back. As for how to break through the natives' blockade, the boyfriend smears the best friend's body with blood. It's part of the plan. A few hours later, he carries the best friend's body down and talks to the natives to himself. The natives don't understand what he's mumbling. As he gets farther away from the best friend, they follow him farther away. When he thinks the distance is enough, he shouts the best friend's name. This is the signal to escape. The best friend suddenly comes back to life and runs away at full speed. The natives realize they've been tricked, shoot the boyfriend dead, and then chase after the best friend. This best friend is the least likable character in the whole story, but she outlives everyone else. She drives the car at full speed and breaks through the hail of bullets. However, why does her eye itch? It turns out that she has also been parasitized by the vines. Hey everyone, today's movie trip is over. Thanks a lot for your likes and comments. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll bring more surprises next time. You're like Film Academy pros with deep insights and love for flicks. Your likes and comments are like the force, always be with me. You're the shining stars in my movie world.